What if the wandering of the Israelis never truly ended? What if the desert of Sinai was just the beginning? It all began when the Israelis refused to enter the land of Canaan. All this because of fear. So God forbidden to them 40 years. They will wandering in the earth. They roamed the Sinai desert without home and without purpose and without identity. The coward generation died and a new generation came, led by Yusha, and they entered the land. So the first wandering was 40 years in the desert, and there the old generation died, and came new generation more strong and more responsible, and they entered the land. But the second wandering was not about desert or tent. It was about soul and truth. It began the moment they climbed Uzair as a son of God, killed the prophets, reject Jesus, and attempted to kill Muhammad. Since then, they have been scattered in Europe, persecuted and untrusted, and in Islamic land, tolerated but never sovereign. No land, no unity, no true homeland. But here is the shock. The Quran never promised that this exile would end. So no matter what they build, there is no peace, there is no safety, there is no divine support. What about today's state of Israel? This isn't the end of the exile. This is the peak of arrogance before collapse. They build a state without divine foundation, without a prophet, without covenant. Their return was not through God, but through post-war politics. Even in their own faith, that return is invalid. You can even check. Inside Israel, there is fear everywhere. There is division between Eastern and Western Jewish, conflict between religions and Arabs versus Jewish. Kids are forced into military service. Families live under Iron Dome protection. That's not a homeland. That's a military base. And in fact, there are 15 million Jewish in the world. Only 7 is in Israel. More than half choose to stay in America or UK. If this land is promised home, why do millions refuse to return? Even worse, thousands leaves Israel every year so they don't feel at home. Let's describe now the truly wandering. Geographic, moving from land to land, and no real nation. Spiritual, no prophet, no guidance, no divine link. And moral, worship of power, wealth, and control. Historical, false claims of being chosen while spreading injustice. They are not a people who return from exile. They are a people who still wandering, even if they wear crown and gold guns. The desert may be ended, but the exile live on. We saw it. We hear about it. All news is talking about it, just with crowns and gold guns.